Hey beautiful people, my name is Elise and I am an intuitive psychic, a channel, Reiki master and spiritual coach. I am also so honored to be a channel with Elohim, and I am so excited to be here today to help you connect just a little bit deeper with that beautiful internal guidance system and help you activate and remember your spiritual gifts. Today, I'm going to guide you a little bit more in depth through each of the clairs and how you can really access those and strengthen those muscles so that you can use them more purposefully on the daily. When we are able to deepen these practices, we can really start to tune in with readings for self, readings for others, and really trust those nudges and those hints and those signs that want to be known to us. So first and foremost, I want to share a little bit about my journey and how I got to where I am today and how I was able to reconnect with my spirit after years of suppression. So I feel like it was inevitable. My lineage is from Scotland. My great-grandma used to host women's circles. My nanny is very psychic. I'm also Indigenous New Zealand Māori who grew up in a very connected culture. My personal journey, however, to where I am today starts in my childhood, probably around the age 4 or 5, I would say, where I always just felt into energies around me. I just knew things. I could intuitively feel into people, into places, into situations that would then unfold. And for me, my visions as a child were extremely dreamy and beyond this universe. I was the child that slept walked, slept talked, had imaginary friends. I was obsessed with everything to do with the cosmos, Egypt, aliens, ghosts, witches, magic, like all the things. I loved it all. Through my life, definitely tapped in and out of my gifts and just felt really different in the world around me. Like, there was always like some bigger and greater purpose than what my human could physically even comprehend at the time. But obviously, because of like conditioning, I found myself suppressing my feels to really fit into the world, and especially through my teens and adulthood. I would still have like moments of connectedness, but often I would really shut those out quite quickly. And in my late 20s, I definitely felt a complete disconnect with my spirit, completely derailed, completely detached. And yeah, that was the catalyst for my, change, I guess. And in 2018, I had a few subtle hints that year. But I wasn't listening, of course, and the universe threw me onto my path for good. This particular event, just to summarize, I was heading out with friends that night. My entire body that day was like rejecting the whole experience. I woke up feeling sick to my stomach. My throat was so sore. My inner voice was telling me to cancel. And there were just multiple things that led up to that day, which I pushed through. And I ended up going anyways. But that night I left the event and was in a very vulnerable situation. My life was at risk at this point. And I remember in that moment where my freedom was compromised, so like my biggest value, that in some way I felt looked after. And that night I was able to find a way out. But it was still like an incredibly scary event. My body was definitely in a lot of shock for a lot of days, and I remember just being in bed one day and being like, okie dokie, like that is enough. I'm listening, I hear you, I surrender, and like I'm going to trust the process. And literally, like, it was like this falling apart, but in the falling apart, like the whole journey has unfolded, and it's been like this coming back together. It's been this like remembering, and it's just been like this beautiful journey back to self. So yeah, that was a lot, but that is a little bit about where I've come from. And then just in the last 2 years, I've been really able to step into my magic and what I bring into the world, and just really trusting that the path is unfolding so perfectly, and really trusting those beautiful like inner guidance systems that, I'd suppressed for so many years, and trust that they are serving me always for my highest good. So before we start today, I want to remind you that whatever your connection to the higher intelligence and pure source energy is, like the universe, the source, spirit, divine God, everything's absolutely perfect and welcome here. Today I will be referring to it as spirit, and I will take you on a journey through the clairs. So ultimately, working with the clairs is a energy outside of the physical realm, which means we can't always rely on the physical senses alone, and more it's about trusting that subtle energy from the psyche senses, so from the ether. And the first and very obvious one, and the one we hear most about, is clairvoyance, which is the clear seeing, the clear vision. And often this is the clear vision of past, present, future, and it's often the daydream, the download, the thoughts, the vision, the images, or the symbology that comes through in the vision. It is a highly visual clair, and people with this are generally amazing creatives and very artistic. They're very visual learners, and they prefer to see the pictures over the text. They are very good with the eye and seeing things from that visual perspective, and being able to birth things through to the physical realm. These people are often very good storytellers as well, and they're the bring the story to life kind of people. Clairvoyants often are the daydreamers, the astral dreamers, and they have very clear messages come through in their dreams and visions. Visuals for me often play out like a movie reel, and seeing the scenario in the mind's eye. I can also see color, symbols, numbers, or like a photographic image of a scene or a place. And being one of my strong clairs, this also allows me to see the human aura and the colors around a person or a thing. And even when I'm going through a healing process, I am able to tune into a person's body and really see beyond the physical layers. An embodiment practice to evolve this clair that I have used and would be beneficial to you is definitely taking those few deep breaths and really holding the breath at the top and then allowing that breath to come out. Surrendering, softening, dropping into your body, closing down your eyes, and taking your awareness to that beautiful third eye between your eyes. And then allowing a color to come through. What color do you see? Taking the time to practice this daily will really help strengthen this muscle. Another thing that I like to do is using colors and a blindfold. So colored pieces of paper or perhaps a few cards from your tarot deck, and really putting that blindfold on and really softening again, tuning into the card, tuning into the color, and really starting to connect and seeing what your eyes see. This is a really powerful practice to really help strengthen the third eye. This has allowed me to do things like remote viewing. Claircognience. So this is the clear knowing, and basically I call it the human inbuilt bullshit detector, and it's just that knowing of things, and you don't know why you know, but you just know. Usually this looks like a random download. It can be in relation to absolutely anything. It is knowledge that, could be collectively, it could be about a person, somebody you just met. Usually people in this energy are highly in tune with themselves and everything around them. So in my work, this usually comes through as I connect to somebody for a reading. The message usually makes no sense at all, but it does when the person is receiving the info. This can be like little subtle hints or like a large download. Over time, I've really had to master this knowing and knowing what is meant for me and what is meant for others. It is like, it's busy up there. But this could also have looked like through your life, having received information about someone and then them later confirming that. People with this skill and who are very good with this muscle are people like teachers, counselors, and guides, because they just know shit. So to experience and download, I would invite you to really connect again with that beautiful breath. And actually, pen and paper would be good for this one. But it would be a matter of taking those breaths, closing your eyes, bringing the attention to the crown, noticing any feeling that circulates around the crown. And then I like to imagine that this beautiful cosmic stardust is hitting my crown from the ether. And then I start forming my connection with Source. So I sit in this moment for a few minutes, really forming this connection, building this connection, feeling this connection through the top of my head. And then once I've finished forming that connection, writing anything that drops in on the piece of paper. You can also use word prompts for this as well. So using a word like trust, and then just allow your hand to automatic write. Alrighty, so the next clair is clairaudient, which is the clear hearing. This is the voice, a name, a sound, or a song. Usually it comes in the form of own voice, but not always. And it can sometimes come through with high-pitched buzzing in the ears. So if you are getting that high-pitched noise, generally you are very clairaudient. These people usually learn through the listening, and you will often find them talking to myself. I will often find myself talking to myself. You'll find these people talk to themselves as well. So these people are very, very good with writing. They are poets, they are speakers, and they are songwriters. For example, sometimes the voice comes through as something that you have forgotten to do, and it was just like instant, or you've lost something and you're going about your business trying to like find this thing, and then all of a sudden it'll drop in where you have left that item. So over time, you will be able to really tune in and distinguish the voice of self and spirit. And this in reading can often look like an instant name drop, or of an item, or of a song, and usually it'll make no sense to you whatsoever. These people crave a lot of quiet time because the noise inside their head is very loud. So over the next few weeks, spend time listening to that internal chatter. Look for the random stuff that comes in before the ego mind starts to take over. And always know that that beautiful higher voice, that first voice of random information, is the one that is serving for our highest timeline always. The ego is that lower vibrational voice who wants to come in and like destroy shit. The next clair is clairsentience. So that is the clear feeling, that is the knowing, that is the gut feeling. It is that feeling of emotion and energy in the physical body. It can present as pain. This is quite empathic energy, picking up on the physical elements, picking up on the emotion of the places, the people, the animals, the spirits. It can be like chills, goosebumps, aches and pains. These people are often highly sensitive people, and they have this feeling that they need to hermit so often because they can feel literally into the energy of everybody in the room. And they have difficulty being in crowds, but love being in the soft spirit of animals. And these people can often feel spirit around them. In readings, this energy can be in the physical, so feeling into the person on the other end of the reading through their pain and emotion. So for me, headache, is it mine? I jump on a reading, I say, hey, have you had a headache? Have you been experiencing headaches? And usually they will go yes, and then automatically it clears. So very interesting. It is about discerning what belongs to you and what belongs to others. So also this energy is like, you know, when you walk into a room and you just have a gut feeling something is off, And then your logical mind will try to come in, it'll try to gate crash it and be like, no, 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 all is good, but you can just sense it. Like, it's just that gut knowing that shit ain't right. So to further activate this chakra before decision making, you can sit with yourself and really breathe into that sacral, which is located just under the belly button, and really ask yourself the question simply, right? Has to be simple. Do I want to eat? Like, sit with that question. Do I really want to eat? Do I really want to go to that event? Now, listening to the answer and distinguishing the gut feeling before the logical mind will really help you move forward and make decisions from an intuitive place, which will obviously be the place of the right path. So then you have clairtangency, which is your psychometry, which is the clear touch. So this is where energy can be felt through people, through items, because energy imprints. So anything that comes into contact with people or places or things can be felt through an object. For example, a deck of cards. You go and pick a deck of cards from a bookshop. They already come with pre-existing energy. So they go through the hands of so many other people before they end up in your hands. So this is why it is so important also to clean your decks. But, you know, as they go through the hands, they pick up and collect energy. Now, usually people like massage people, Reiki, physio, and healers are very feely through their hands, but it can also be felt in the physical body. It can be temperature change, goosebumps, energy waves, and they can really feel into the emotions and really feel through the person. So one way that I like to use to really feel into energy is to rub my hands together, creating that beautiful friction, that beautiful energy. Feel into it. You'll feel the energy start to collect between your hands. And then just grab yourself a crystal. Again, really breathe, drop in, and just ask yourself, like, what feelings is this item giving to you? What sensations are coming up? Really sit with it. You'll be surprised what comes through. Then you have clairalience, which is the clear smelling. It is in the nose. This is like random smells of perfume, tobacco, muffins, whatever. It will trigger a memory of a person, a place, or a thing. So past loved ones are often known to connect through the clear smelling. For example, I smell my great nana's perfume, and that's when I know she's around. So to really tune into this, you can really close your eyes down, take those deep breaths once again, be in the present moment, and just ask yourself, like, what can you smell? What is an image that first comes to mind? Does it trigger a memory? And what does it make you feel? Then we have clear gustance, which is the clear tasting. It is on the mouth, in the palate, around the tongue. It is a memory through the sense of taste, and it is often pretty random. It can be things like popcorn or something that takes you back to your childhood memories. It is a random flavor, and it could be even, for example, apples. So when you're in a reading, you go, oh, okay, I've got apples, taste of apples in my mouth. But it could connect to a past loved one who made a famous apple pie. So to tune into this energy, really connect, again, taking those breaths, connect with the word fruit. What flavor first comes to your palate? Really sit with that and allow it to develop. You can also sit with a cup of tea and really feel into the tea and the subtle flavors that are being presented around the palate. This will really help you with getting in tune with the flavors the flavors at the front and the flavors at the back. This will definitely help elevate that sense. So there's also, to encompass all of the clairs, a practice that I love to do when I put myself in different scenarios. So for example, beach, rainforest, park, river, busy street, morning walk, whatever. I take a moment, I close down my eyes, I breathe, and then I ask myself, like, what are 5 things I can see? What are 4 things I can hear? What are 3 things I can feel? What are 2 things you can smell? And what is one thing that you can taste? Honestly, so life-changing, being able to tune into the things around you and the things that come through. So you can implement this through your readings to really develop a deeper connection within your readings. To be able to tap into the clairs through readings, it really allows you to go deeper. So deepening these practices can also come through forms of like meditation, visual exercises, learning your symbols, practicing auras, using your tarot to deepen your meanings and really feeling into the images and what feelings are coming up in your body and feeling into all of the senses. You know, journaling after a meditation with a word prompt and allowing the words to flow, just being that beautiful clear channel. You can do things like chanting to open up certain chakras. You can use crystals, objects, you can dream journal, and you can do things like intuition tests to really start amplifying all of the clairs. So remember always to be beautifully grounded in your practices, and also, you know, spiritual hygiene is a big one for me as well. So making sure that you are drinking lots, you are eating high vibe food, and you are grounding, you're getting out in nature. It just helps you really be in the energy, and it helps you really to tune in to those clairs. So I want to do a collective message through the cards to see what the energy is currently playing out and anything that you guys need to receive today. I'm going to tune in with my clairs and ask our beautiful guides to come forward to give us any messages that we need to receive as a collective in this current moment. Today I'm going to use a few different decks to bring forth this message. Beautiful. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So I'm just going to sit with this and tune into the energy. The first thing that's coming up is we've just had a full moon. So there's been this energy as well, because we've got a lot happening astrologically. We have felt almost this like tension. And we've had the Sun oppose Pluto, which is very transformative. We have also had this Libra moon, which is trying to find balance. So there's been all this subconscious stuff also, because we've got South Node in Scorpio right now, to be transmuted. So there has been a lot of energy around, you know, breaking through fears and breaking through old cycles and breaking through like those things that have kept us confined for so long, and finding the balance, you know, within that as well. Having faith as well, like knowing that things are going to propel forward is the message coming through. At the moment, I've got this sense of like collective fatigue. Like we feel like we're like at the end of our tether, because we are just being presented with so much. So this is causing collective, you know, it can feel like a bit of anxiety, you can feel a bit depressed, you can feel emotion. But with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, it's also bringing this energy of a completion of a cycle. So we need to complete this cycle, and we need to actually just like have this resilience to push through and know that all is serving, and we need to see these things. We need to transmute these things to be able to step forward, to step forward and really step out of that dark place. So it's stepping out of the comfort zone, and it's like, you know, I'm getting the Two of Wands energy. It's like, you know, really stepping into this energy of like, you know, stepping forward and out of this energy. Or do we stay there? Do we stay there or do we move forward? But I'm feeling this shift. We just need to make small steps forward. Aries energy, right? So we've got that Aries energy of wanting to propel us forward. However, we've had that Libra moon to bring into balance. And it is the first full moon of the astrological new year. So it was a big one. So I feel like, you know, currently we are feeling a little bit impatient. I'm going to use my beautiful Starseed deck. This was the deck I'm using for tarot, the beginner's tarot. This is amazing for anyone beginning on a tarot journey, but I simply love the beautiful images. Alrighty, what is coming next? There has been quite a bit of fear in the collective coming up. You know, it's very easy right now to slip into negative mindset, but just keep transmuting that energy is the message. And, you know, again, I'm getting that whole patience thing come through. It's like, you know, you want all the things, but like Spirit's telling me, it's like, be patient, be patient, be patient. All right, let's see what comes through from the Starseed deck by Rebecca Campbell. Okie dokie. So we have trust the timing. Of course we do. Trust the timing. Also, this card after that is big picture thinking. So we have big visions, right? And the visions are huge, and we are building our future, and we are stepping into this new earth frequency, and the frequency is held within us. And when we remove the density, we become a beautiful vibrational match for everything that the universe wants to give us, provide us, and what we want to step into. Like I see a gateway, like we have a decision, right? The decision is to take baby steps and move forward, knowing that it's all going to unfold anyway. Again, trust the timing. It is all being sown. The universe is doing all the work in the background. We are so looked after. Just know that things are happening. So even though it might not feel it, and we're still trying to get this beautiful balance, it is coming. And I feel like we've got to take grounded action as well. We have Taurus coming in, you know, really start enjoying the simple pleasures as well. Taurus can also, you know, bring about feelings of money and stability and security and all the things, but trust that is all coming in as well. The more that we actually start to enjoy the simple pleasures of life, you know, those simple things, keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it, the more that's going to come in. Again, remove that density. There is so much density in the collective right now, and this energy needs to shift. Shift it. Get to nature, guys. Get to nature. I also have the energy of we need to be breathing more. Are we breathing from our tummy, or are we breathing from our chest? This has been a really big theme lately. I feel like this whole, my body's like, take a breath, like really just drop in, go deeper with your practices. I've also got messages coming through to anyone that, you know, is at the start of a journey. I feel like I've got this teacher energy coming through. I'll sit with that. It's guide energy. So it's guides coming through to say, hey, we're here to help you. Lean into us. You are always guided. Where are you not trusting yourself? Why are you not trusting your path? Trust the timing. Stop being impatient. It's all coming. Okay. So, I'm sorry, which is this beautiful card. We are uprooting right now. The energy is that we are uprooting anything that needs to be transmuted. Like I said, again, we are at the completion, Nine of Wands, you know, we are at the completion, Nine of Swords of a cycle. So this is going to help us with our growth. So I feel like there's a lot of forgiveness in here as well. Forgiveness energy is a theme right now. It's forgiving them or forgiving self. So really lean into that space. Where can I offer forgiveness? We don't need to carry the burden or the weight of all the density with us. We need to forgive, right? The act of forgiveness. We don't want to carry around any negative energy into our future timeline. So forgive, let go. I mean, burning rituals, if you need to do any of them, cut cords, boundaries, I've got that coming through as well. Like better boundaries right now. Better boundaries right now is a big message. I'm going to pull a card from the beautiful Gateway of Light Activation Oracle by Kyle Gray. It's one of my faves at the moment. I am feeling called to pull out another. I feel like there's a lot of healing in that ancestral line as well. So we are doing a lot of work around changing the path of our future. Okay, so we have Orient Activation. Beautiful card. So this is the recreation. This is rebirth. This is rebirth. So again, that's, you know, clarification at the end of a cycle that we are rebirthing right now. We are at a gateway, I believe. Here we go. 2 gateways. There we go. There we go. There we go. We have big renewal energy. But I feel like there's this energy around taking the time through Taurus season to really start leaning into that beautiful, you know, central Taurus energy and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Theme. Clarity is coming as well. So if you've been feeling like fogged, yes, there's been a lot of that energy in the cosmos. The clarity is coming. There is this renewal, but we need to drop deeper into our practices right now. Are we doing the things? Are we looking after our baseline? Are we looking after our baseline? We can only step through this cosmic doorway of renewal and replenishment when we drop the density and when we really start looking after ourselves at a level that, you know, can move into this frequency, because, you know, we've got all this cosmic energy and this, you know, this knowledge and this activation that wants to come through us. But if we're holding the density and the shit within us, we literally don't have space for it. So move it. All right. Next card is surrender to the sweetness. So Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and making love to life. Literally Taurus energy. It's enjoying those simple pleasures, enjoying the food, enjoying time in nature. Smell the freaking roses. It's time to really enjoy and bask in the energy. In this image, I am also feeling the beautiful, abundant energy, right? There's this beautiful energy of this ever-flowing water. And it's knowing that it's all in flow. Like, be in flow with life, you know? Know that it's all coming to you. It's all coming. Surrender. Fucking make love to life. Make love to life. Find life's little pleasures. Do the things that bring you joy. Because when you do the things that bring you joy, we allow space for more to come in. Feel the joy. Feel the joy. Quantum leap, damn it. Like, quantum leap. Take yourself to those places and really start embodying the energy. Be the vibrational match for what you want to call in. Like I said, with that recreation and renewal energy, we want to be vibrating at that higher frequency. So we need to be looking after that baseline. Get rid of that density. Get rid of that density. More wants to come in. More wants to flow in. love everything you're doing. Like today, like I've, literally spent the day doing the things I love. 2 cards have just flown out for us. This is evolution. Of course it is. The evolution of you, the internal explorer. Okie dokie. So, the internal explorer says to me that everything we have is inside. Universe, right? This is about going to the depths of yourself, meeting yourself at those depths for your evolution, right? It is time. You are evolving. You are evolving. You are an evolving being. Everything is happening perfectly. And I have the energy of there is so much vibration shifting right now through the earth. Like we are being forced literally to upgrade. We are being forced through what feels like a freaking squeeze at the moment. We are being squeezed. We are being tested. We are being forced because we want to evolve to the next version of self. And I'm totally here for that energy. But no, the only way for this evolution to occur is to come back, is to really go within and go inside. Explore the depths of all your realms. Again, the deeper you go within, the deeper you go within, the more joy we feel. The more pleasure we feel. It allows for us to unfold more. Devotion to self, there's a beautiful energy around devotion for self at the moment. Too many cards. All right, one last card. Okay, so we have the beautiful energy of the fluorite. The energy around the fluorite is also that of the introspection. Again, I feel it's that internal explorer. It's looking within inside ourselves. We have all the answers. We have everything that is required within ourselves to heal, to transcend, to evolve through our density and our shadows. Embrace your shadows as well. I've been speaking on this the last few weeks. Really start to embrace them. They're a part of you. They're beautiful. Go in. Go in. Know that everything is coming. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You are transforming. Time is not running out. The time is coming. And it's trusting that timing and trusting that all those little pieces are being put together. It's already been sown. It's already yours. Start doing the quantum leaping. Start really embodying that energy, bringing things forward and becoming that vibrational match. Know that cycle is ending. We are about to step into new energy. Embrace it. This is the soul's evolution. It is unfolding. It's all perfect. It's all divine. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm going to leave that with you. You can find me at Elise Louise _ on Instagram. I offer Reiki healing. I offer Akashic record readings. I offer intuitive readings. I offer spiritual coaching. And there is more unfoldment in that space coming soon. I look forward to connecting with you all. Thank you for letting me share what I do with you. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future. Thank you.